next question. You want to go next?
Well, do we want to move on to potential Jordancon questions? Let's do it. Empress, since we're getting a little
interest
later
of time.
Yeah.
So
we
I'll
can
ask
do that.
the first one, but chat, if you guys have any Jordancon questions, go ahead and put them in chat. That one of, not the only reason we brought our Empress on. She's just amazing. But I think one of the first questions that I've seen a little bit online in the past couple of days is a lot of people are concerned about what level of proof they need to show for either vaccinations or rapid tests. So do you have any information for us on the COVID policies that you could share today?
So let me think back, because we had a meeting. I know that the communications team at Jordancon is gonna put something out pretty soon about what you need to have. I do know that they are going to have testing on site.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they will have some testing on site, and if I remember correctly, it's going to be similar to last year, where you just needed the proof of vaccination or a negative test. I want to say within 48 hours. Don't quote me on that.
Okay.
But I will totally get back to you guys.
Awesome.
With the exact information, but I do know that communications is going to be putting something out pretty soon about it. They're just getting all their ducks in a row to make sure, because they don't want to, they're not going to change any of their COVID policies, even though things and the people are acting like it doesn't exist anymore, because people bought their memberships based on what they had in place. You know what I mean? Like the masking and everything. So they don't want to change it on people and then people be uncomfortable.
Got it.
Yeah.
So related to that.
Yes.
I will be a Jordancon newbie, longtime fan, first time attendee. And my concern is if everyone is veiled, how do I know which ones want to kill me or not?
So, I would go by the color of the veil.
Okay.
If it's a dark colored one, watch your back.
Okay.
If it's a lighter colored one, you're probably fine. I know last year they gave out Jordancon masks and they were all white. I'm not sure if they're doing that this year or not, but I think that's a good rule of thumb.
Okay. What about red veils?
I don't trust them. I would just go the other way. Like, don't even engage.
So you're advocating for me to shun half of the Jordancon population potentially?
I mean,
shun or stab.
Ooh. Okay.
I would say refrain from stabbing if possible, just because there's going to be.
Mel. Yeah.
I know. Well, if you do it, don't do it where there's carpet.
Oh, okay.
About the stains in the carpet.
Valid. That's very valid. Yeah.
All right, we got
maybe
some
I'll just bring some extra carpet.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Yeah, good idea. Good questions in chat. Matt Dagger X wants to know, when will volunteer spots open up?
So that happens once the schedule is released. It should be released, I would say, in the next 2 weeks or so. So they wait until the schedule is released. So then you can go figure out what things you want to attend to help determine when you want to volunteer.
Got it.
So because you want to match it up, because there might be like an hour and a half where you don't want to go to any of the panels. There's nothing that really interests you. That's a good time to volunteer.
Cool.
And why should people volunteer, Ebony?
So it is the best way to meet people, especially if you're introverted like I am. I know it's hard to believe, but I really am. Like, it takes me a week after Jordancon to talk to people because I do so much peopling at Jordancon. I'm like, I don't want to talk to anybody after this. I need to recharge.
Yeah.
So, but it's a great way to meet people because, number one, you already have something to talk about. But it's whatever you're volunteering, and it's a good way to get to know different areas of Jordancon. So I would say if you're interested in like the art show, you're really into art, volunteer for the art show. It gives you a chance to meet some of the artists. You get to see how things are set up. You can volunteer at registration. That's a really good place to meet people because everybody has to come through there to pick up their badge. So that's a good spot to volunteer at too. But there's plenty of opportunities to volunteer. And yes, Joe, that is correct. You get to meet people that don't have the time to go to the panels if you volunteer. Because you get to, like, once you become staff, you don't get to go to very many panels. Guys would be, like, you'd be surprised.
Yeah.
There's a lot of running around happening.
Yeah, for sure. There was a good question about, where is it? From Joe.
Yep, I got it.
So,
What was your favorite evening activity?
So, my favorite evening activity is not happening this year because of COVID, but it's just a room party that they have at the 9-Horse Hitch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So aside from that, even though I don't game, I really like going to the gaming hall. It's a good place to socialize with people, and my husband likes the game. So it's nice to see him interacting with my Jordancon friends and making his own little friends and my friend group.
Can you explain a little bit more about the gaming hall? Because I didn't have a chance to go to it last year. I've heard a lot about it. And it runs all day, correct?
Correct. Well, yeah, it does.
Friday and Saturday it runs all day?
Yes. It does. They have a whole bunch of different games. Now in the past you could bring games to play and that kind of thing. Not so much anymore. But they basically, you can sign up to reserve a table to play a game, or you can just join in a game. We played I watched my husband play an awesome game that was like Harry Potter trivia mixed with Cards Against Humanity.
Oh.
And it was hilarious and wrong in so many ways because those characters are children. But it was a lot of fun. And they have the more intense games that my husband likes, like the strategy games, like the games that you're going to be there all night playing. But then they have simpler games too.
Okay.
So, but it's really great if you're on Facebook, there is a Jordancon gaming group that you can join. And they have a lot of information there. They did just have a contest for I can't think of the word now, but basically a campaign for Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh yeah,
contest.
a write-up. Yeah,
yes.
write-up. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I almost entered something, but then I was like, I don't want to run a D&D game.
But it's a good place just to hang out too, like even if you're not gaming.
Mm-hmm.
And normally they have a Shan-Chan poker tournament. I haven't heard anything about that this year, but the proceeds that I think it was a $20 buy-in, and the proceeds go to charity. But I'm not sure if they have it this year or not.
And what's you guys' charity again? Remind us.
Oh my gosh.
Mayo Clinic.
It is the Mayo Clinic, but it's specifically for the research of the disease that Robert Jordan had, which I cannot say that word. But if you go to the Jordancon website, it actually says it on the website. But it is the Mayo Clinic specifically for research on that specific disease.
Awesome.
So Farstrider wants to talk about the con suite. Is there really food there for attendees and for all meals?
Yes. So, and yes, Danalu, that is the disease, and Joe. So for con suite, this year it's gonna look different. We did not have it last year in July because COVID. So in the past, yes, they served breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Now it was not gourmet 5-star by any means. It was very simple things: bagels for breakfast, lunch, hot dogs, pizza, usually pizza, and then for dinner it was substantial. You'll probably still want to go out at some point for a heavier meal, but it is excellent, and snacks too. It is excellent to go to in between. And it's something that I encourage everybody to do because food is expensive. The hotel restaurant is expensive. So again, it's another great place to socialize and hang out. You can sit in there and eat. You can take the food back to your room. They have drinks. And that's another place where you can volunteer. So they do have gluten-free options and vegetarian options.
And is that included with your membership?
Yep, it's free.
That is so cool.
That is so cool.
Yeah, it is pretty awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, the membership's a pretty good deal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it really is.
And there is a Publix within walking distance also if you want to buy, like if you don't want to take an Uber or Lyft somewhere.
And DoorDash too.
DoorDash, which does tend to be a little bit more expensive.
Yeah.
Like all those delivery options. That's what, unfortunately, they didn't have the Con Suite last year, so we were murdering the restaurant with long lines of people.
Yes. But there's restaurants totally in walking distance. I am not a walker, but I totally walk to Cheesecake Factory. So you can totally walk. And the hotel has a shuttle. They didn't have it in July, but I think it'll be back up and running, which is also good to know if you fly in and take the MARTA. And the MARTA station is technically walking distance from the hotel, but you may want to get the shuttle.
Yeah, it's just over a mile.
Yeah, but if you're dragging your luggage and everything, you might want a shuttle.
Especially for those of us bringing lots of cosplay stuff.
Yes.
And tiaras.
Yes.
So Beth was talking about not drinking too much so that she can't function the next day. Is that something you would recommend, Ebony?
Hydrate. So, and make sure you eat enough for the amount you're going to drink. Also, no open containers in the hotel, but they will not check your sippy cup. So, just...
Which is a really good reason to get yourself a 3 full top water bottle.
Look at how that
which
works
you
out.
can find on mallheretalks.com/3 full top.
Yay!
Excellent merch plug.
That was
you.
Beautiful. So
Thank you, Ebony. That was an amazing setup. You really did well.
we did not.
We
pay
didn't
her
script
for
that, guys. We didn't.
No,
script
not
it.
at all.
Roger wants to know if there's a grocery store near the hotel.
I don't know for sure about a grocery store, but there's definitely a Walmart that you can Uber to. I want to say there is a grocery store.
There's a Publix in one of those.
Yeah.
The Publix is one of those southern grocery chains, which is phenomenal.
Yeah, I have heard they're good fried chicken there. I have
good fried chicken, pub sub. So go get the sandwich subs. It's a sub. It's a pub sub.
Yeah.
Those are excellent.
And if you're driving in, totally bring snacks.
Yeah. Also, last year I did take a lift up. There's a Trader Joe's fairly close by, but it's definitely not walking. You have to take a cab or a Lyft or an Uber up there if you want some Trader Joe's style food.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. They've got cheap wine.
Okay.
I'm just telling you, like that's what I'm. This is my $5 Trader Joe's wine right now. That's why I go to Trader Joe's.
I'm disappointed it's not called $2 Chuck anymore. That's what it used to be called.
It did. I remember that. Farstrider says they didn't see the shuttle on the hotel website. Is that for Jordancon specifically?
It is not. It is just the regular hotel shuttle. But like I said, I'm not sure if they're going to have it this year or not. I don't know if they didn't have it last year because of COVID or if it was another issue. But I will totally call the hotel and find out if they're going to have the shuttle because I don't want to walk from the MARTA personally. So.
Roger wants to know if men are allowed to wear tiaras.
Of course. And kilts. So, tiaras and kilts are a big deal.
Or both.
Yes, or both. The guys normally wear their kilts on Friday, and let's see. There's a picture taken with the kilts and the tiaras on Friday, and at some point they'll post what time. But yes, wear your tiara. I wear mine the whole weekend. I switch out. Normally, I bring my wigs with me and switch hair. I haven't decided what hair I'm gonna have for Jordancon this year. But yeah, enjoy it. I honestly think everybody should wear a tiara at least twice a month. So.
You know what you should do? I don't know if you have this wig, but it would be cool if you had the Alana hair with all the little like bands. You know, like that amazing.
Yeah.
I loved all of her hair designs. Those were amazing.
That is an idea. Hey, hair is just an accessory. It is just.
Yeah. That would look amazing on you.
Thank you.
Okay, what was this question I saw that I didn't? Someone's like, can we talk about the no open bottle policy, please?
That's
yeah,
the
okay.
hotel. That is totally the hotel.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Sorry,
But
MK.
sippy cups are the answer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, they're not going to check your water bottle, and if they do, act real offended. Like, how dare you?
Well, in coffee mugs, when I got there last year, Jessie from Turning of the Wheel, like, cracked open a bottle of wine in her purse, like, had her big bag, had her big coffee mug, and was just pouring wine. She's like, all right, I didn't fill it up. Who wants some? And I was just like, and Jordancon has officially started. It was wonderful. The best way to start, like, the new friends that I had known online for the longest time, seeing them first time face to face. And you guys know me. I love my wine. I love my Usquai. And it's like a little hesitant to like kick it right away. And having her just, who needs some? Yes, these are my people.
Glenn would like to know, because he's old, what the bloody heck is Venmo? I don't know.
That is a way to send money to people without having to have cash on you.
It's an app you can download on your phone.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so it's great that it exists, but like you can't use the excuse I don't have cash on me anymore when they come around the office taking up collections for people's birthdays. You're like, I don't have cash on me. Like, do you have Venmo? Yeah.
So it's like PayPal, but between humans, not you and a business. Yeah.
Yeah. Another one is Cash App, and then there's Zelle too, that goes directly from your bank. Yeah. Also, while we're talking about money, everything in the dealer hall and the art show, they don't take cash anymore. You'll need a debit or credit card if you plan on buying anything.
Good to know.
What type of stuff can we expect in the art show, all of those places?
Okay, so at the art show, it used to be, before the actual show started, we had all the wonderful Wheel of Time artists with all their Wheel of Time pictures and everything. Don't have that anymore. But we still have those same artists draw other things. So we have Ariel Burgess does a lot of stuff. Paul, whose last name I can't remember, but he dresses up like Rand all the time. He has a lot of stuff in there. So a lot of artists get booths for their artwork. You can buy originals. You can buy copies. Leigh-A Powell will be there with her stained glass.
Not me. Not me.
She'll be there with her stained glass. She makes these great dragons that I buy one every year. We'll have people with jewelry. There's a lot of jewelry makers there. Just a lot of crafts, all very fantasy and sci-fi themed. So that's in the dealer's hall art show. We also have a charity auction, which is really, really awesome. Yes, Joe, that's his last name. I'm so glad you're here, Joe. We also have the charity auction where you can donate items and you can bid on them. All of it goes to charity. You can get really awesome stuff from there. Sometimes Harriet, Robert Jordan's widow, donates stuff. And actually in the Facebook group for Jordancon, they're doing Chair Tuesdays where they're showing different items every
they've been
Tuesday.
posting some really cool stuff.
Yeah, so it's really awesome, and they have an online way to bid now. So before it was chaos because you actually wrote on the little bid sheets and then you have to run back and check, and it was a mess. But now they do have it online, so and they'll be posting that information soon.
That's amazing. All right, so does anyone else have any more questions?
I was just going to say, do you have any special advice for a first-time Jordancon visitor?
Oh, I have so much advice. So, be sure you volunteer. Be sure you get as many ribbons as possible. You'll get a ribbon from me. Should I explain the ribbons?
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely.
So, there's this thing at Jordancon where you get a badge. Actually, if you hold on, I will go grab a badge and show you.
Yeah.
Actually, you keep talking. Oh, well, never mind. So I'll pick up a little bit. So the badges are these things that various people make. And Ebony, I was just picking up. So various people make these badges. You can find them. A lot of content creators make them.
So this is. Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
This is from last
I was
year.
just picking up where you were.
Oh, okay.
Leaving
So
off.
this is my husband's badge from last year. So you'll get this nice shiny badge. It'll have your name. It'll have your actual name and then your badge name if you pick one. I don't call him Dr. Addo, but that's what I put on there because our last name is Adomanis and he got his doctorate a few years ago. So he's Dr. Addo. Yes. But so these are the ribbons. And it started out as specifically for like vendors and guests and everything. And then the rest of us figured out we could make our own ribbons and buy them and hand them out to people. So you get a ribbon for being a first timer. You also get a ribbon if you're not a first timer, because the first year I did ribbons for first timers, everybody was like, I want a ribbon too. So now I give everybody a ribbon.
So basically, everybody needs to come find you at one point or another.
Yes. There's a special ribbon I give out as the Empress, which you have to say a certain phrase to me in order to get it.
Do we get a, since you're here, do we get a heads up on what the question is?
Well, it's not a question. You just have to say a specific phrase. So, and
Maybe something related to you being an empress.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. But pretty much at this point, just about everybody that comes to Jordancon or has been coming for a while has ribbons. Joe got ribbons this year. I got special ribbons for anybody who has a kid or a pet named after a Wheel of Time character.
Really get out.
Yes.
I got Wilder, who...
But there's all kinds of ribbons that you can get. Some people make it a competition. You will see people with ribbons all the way to the floor.
And there is Facebook rivalry on
Yes.
the Jordancon.
Yes, people are really serious about these ribbons.
So if you go to the Jordancon Facebook page, like, people aren't actually mad at each other.
Oh, no.
That's a joke that they're
Yes.
doing, by the way.
Yes.
I find that very difficult because the face blight has been hard to like navigate lately. So I like the inside information about whether those people are serious or not.
Oh, yeah.
Because
so nobody there is
I
serious.
sometimes don't get Wetlander humor.
Yeah. Just for the most part, nobody there is serious on the Jordancon Facebook group. Honestly, if people are getting too serious, they won't be in the group very long. Like it's fine. Everything's fine. But ribbons are also a good way to get to know. Like, it gives you an excuse to go up to somebody. Like, you can go ask them where they got their ribbon, if they have any ribbons. It's a good conversation piece.
Love it.
And Ebony, you have an article on ribbons, right?
I do. So
And tell us about your articles.
yes, I do posts called New Member Mondays, which I didn't do one this past Monday because life. I know. But they are basically little blog posts. You can find them at jordancon.org, and they post them on the Jordancon Facebook page and in the group. And it just touches on different things that first timers should know about Jordancon. The next one will be about volunteering. I'm going to do one about the costume contest. We are having the dance party this year, which we didn't have last year. So I may do one about that, and then I'm going to do a general one just about the panels and the workshops. So they're just good little tidbits, and you can go to jordancon.org and look under blogs, and you can see the ones from. You should really go to that website and look at all the blogs, because there's great information about Jordancon in there. Let's see, what else do first timers need to know? Told you about the con suite.
Costumes, are they mandatory?
Yes. Oh no, not at all, because I do not have that talent. That is not how the Lord gifted me. They are not mandatory at all. Some people wear a different con shirt every day. Just come in your regular clothes. I tell you,
So somebody wore a stabby stab. One of you two ladies, stabby stab.
Oh yeah.
No.
So
Bain&Chiad, Melindhra, stabby stab.
What are we stabbing? Oh,
wear your t-shirt. Yes.
I forgot what I was wearing.
Wow. Holy filled on that nerd crap right there.
Thank you.
Thank you, Roof Mistress.
Thank you, Roof Mistress. Sorry.
Oh my goodness. They're like
That's all right.
talking about Jordancon.
I was just way into what she was saying.
I was too. And I was looking, there were like a ton of questions in chat. I was trying to figure out how to get to them all.
Stop asking questions. I haven't been looking at chat.
But wear whatever you like. We just ask that you don't come clad in the light. So just
What?
I know.
Okay, so Mel.
But what if there's a raid?
Mel,
What about just a shuffle?
earlier? This is why.
Okay, but Bain&Chiad has a good point. If you're wearing a shufa, are you clad in the light? Because you always have to wear a shufa.
I am guessing you are gonna have to take that up with hotel staff. Yeah, I think, and honestly, I am pretty sure that Jordancon doesn't care. They just don't want to have to deal with hotel staff about it.
Okay.
Spit out my boots.
Are you okay?
I'm not. I was not expecting those responses.
All right, we have to wrap up soon, but I'm going to try to rapid fire these last few questions we got here.
Sure.
Has anyone ever made a 7-striped ribbon stole before?
No, they haven't. But that sounds like a goal.
Goals.
Totally. All right. For this year, will it show the badge name or... I'm not sure I follow this one. Hold on.
Badge name with the actual name or just the badge name on the badge? I think you can choose.
So you can choose. Like mine says Melanin Blessed Empress, and then below it, it says Ebony Adomanis. So you can have it just say your name, or you can put, when you registered, it asked for a badge name, and then your actual
question was asked recently on Twitter or somewhere else, I can't remember. And Joe, I know, helped answer the question. Like, email the registration people.
Yes, if you want to.
Whether or not it's too late, if they've gone to print already.
Yes.
You can go back and ask them at this point.
Yes, and that's just registration.
That is still an excellent question.
Yeah, it's the registration's email address is registration@jordancon.org.
This is why we have you here.
You're amazing. Is there a prize for avoiding ribbons?
Just pride. Just your pride. That's it. For not being a sheep and following the rest of us. That's
your own form of G.
Yep.
Is there a consequence for taking the 5th of people's ribbons after you have stabbed them?
There's consequences to everything. It depends on who you take it from, I am guessing. Yeah.
Okay.
So I would just say size them up
That is
before you
very
do
wise. They're very wise of you.
That's good. All right.
Wisest of wise ones.
Kay, did you want to know what the past blogs were about, or the past new member Monday posts were?
Maybe it was about the dance parties? I don't know. That came up around the time of the dance party discussion.
Yeah,
Okay,
MK, can you
what
clarify
ones
the
are you
question
talking
and we'll go to another one?
Yeah, let us know what you mean, MK, because we got a little bit behind.
Chat's hilarious right now.
Why don't we just continue on and maybe
Well, and
Yeah.
MK,
I don't think there's any more. I'm not seeing.
Is
any.
there gonna be karaoke?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yep.
Yes. As far as I know, there is going to be karaoke. Yes. Which is great. And my husband will sing for you all because he thinks he can. And he enjoys it.
What does the winner get?
Karaoke?
Because it is a competition, right?
There is. And I don't remember if they get a trophy or if it's just bragging rights.
Well, and doesn't the winner get to do a parody song or something like that at the next opening Jordancon? Or I don't know if they're doing that, but
normally at opening ceremonies, whoever are
not the opening ceremonies, but the opening of karaoke.
Oh, you know what? They might. I'll check though. I'll double check.
Yeah,
Joe,
right.
do you know?
I'm having Joe here. Joe's amazing.
Yeah, Joe, help me out. But as far as the past newbie blog post, honestly, it's basically the same things. Con suite, costume contests. There'll be one closer to Jordancon, just going over all the rules, kind of what to expect and everything. I will warn you guys, this one is going to be a pretty big Jordancon. I think people are happy to get out. So lines may be a little longer at things. We're going to be at full room capacity for panels, but rooms still may fill
show
up.
up early to panels is what you're recommending?
I
If you want to
would.
really go to one?
I would. If there's one you really want to see, get there early. Make sure you can get a seat. Workshops. So the workshops you have to register for. I'm pretty sure they don't have an online registration for that yet. Normally you sign up the morning of. Some of them do cost money and you just pay whoever's running the workshop. But they are limited depending on what the workshop is. So you want to make sure you sign up for those as early as possible too. And as far as how many people tend to attend the panels, Beth, it depends on the panel and the track. I don't know if they're doing Robert Jordan notes this year, but that's always been a real popular one where they talk about Robert Jordan's. They give us tidbits from his actual notes. Stuff like there was a storyline where Egwene was going to marry Galad after what's his face died, and she was pregnant, but then Robert Jordan didn't do that. So that one's always real popular. There's a trivia one that's real popular. There is a Brandon Sanderson track, a Cosmere track. Those tend to fill up really quick because who doesn't love Brandon?
But Sanderson will not be here this year, correct?
This is not a Sanderson year. I believe he'll be there next year.
Okay.
And the years he's there, you'll know about it because we make a big deal about it. Let's see. What other tracks are real popular? They do a sci-fi track, which is good, and there's also a writer's track. So if you are a aspiring author, definitely check those out.
And this year, won't there be a TV show track?
So it's gonna be part of the World of Wheel of Time.
Okay.
It'll be part of the World of Wheel of Time track. They'll have panels for the TV show.
And for tracks, what Ebony is talking about is there's basically a schedule listed out, and so there's columns that align to times. So those are the tracks that you would want to look for things on.
I don't know if there's going to be a Dresden panel this year. So I haven't seen the schedule yet. I've seen like bits and pieces of what different people are doing, but the whole schedule hasn't been put together yet. I don't remember any mention of a Dresden panel, but if they had it, it would probably show up on the sci-fi track. Also, there's an app. Now, in the past, we had our own specific Jordancon app. The guy that normally does it is on sabbatical. So we'll be doing an app through another service, but it'll have the schedule in it. It'll have important information in it. Just a lot of basic information. We also have a new members guide that we are going to put online, and we'll have physical copies there too. It'll have a map of the hotel. It'll show you where everything is. Just basic good information. It'll list all the close restaurants and all that kind of stuff. The room capacities are not going to be limited this year the way they were last year. It'll just be the capacity of the actual room. So not that I know of. Okay. I'm really sad.
I bet there's about like 45 ideal that you don't know of that are
That's true. But yeah, right now, if they are attending, it is a super big secret. Like only Jen and Jimmy know. So
wow. Amazing.
Thank you so much, Ebony. You gave the most amazing information. So go check out the blog on jordancon.org for more info from Ebony. And sounds like there will be more info coming out soon about volunteering, panels, all that good stuff.
Yep, plenty of stuff. Don't think there's anything. Oh, sign up for the Jordancon newsletter too.
Oh yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, that is very helpful. And also, I'm real easy to find on Twitter. If you guys have any questions, you can message me on Twitter. You can message me on Facebook. It's fine. So just let me know.
Yeah, she's great for first timers. Just real quick, last year was my first Jordancon, and I was on a panel and went down to the panel gallery and was like, I don't know where the fuck my room is. I searched for a while, then panic ran back and saw Ebony and was like, okay, can you just like point me in the general direction? And she just stopped the conversation with everyone that she was talking to. I was like, you know what? Let's go. I will take you. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. And very politely got herself out of the conversation she was in, got me to where I needed to be just in the nick of time. And then I sort of went back and continued the polite conversations for everybody that was still waiting.
That's amazing.
She is a wonderful human being. If you have any questions, just go find her.
Yes, come find me. And you know what?
In for all the ribbons. Like, if we're using all the ribbons, you don't have to have a question.
Yes. And I'm real easy to find. I'm one of the only brown ones there. So
but hopefully more, right?
Hopefully more, yes.
So many more.
Yes. But, and I'll be honest, I'm kind of loud at Jordancon. It is not hard to find me. and I'll be wearing...
In general, you're in the art dealers, not where the artists or the authors are, right?
Yes, the authors alley. So just right in the lobby where you first come in. And also, I wear green all weekend. Yes, Rajesh will be brown too. Yay! But I do try to wear green all weekend to represent my Aja. And I normally post my picture in the Facebook group of what I'm wearing that day to make it easier for people to find me. So...
Awesome. Those are all great tips.
You're amazing. Thank you so much for taking so much time and sharing all of this with us and joining us today for Fear the Spear. We didn't even officially end Fear the Spear. We just kind of
kept going.
But I'm pretty sure you won. So
totally 100%. I don't think we survived. You defeated us with your knowledge.
Took us down. Yeah, but I do believe there was a request earlier, one last request, Bain&Chiad. I don't
Yeah.
know if you noticed that.
I think I don't even have to look because I know what it was for.
Yeah. I was just waiting for you to just like pull it out. I knew you had.
I think Beth has a question.
I knew you were with me.
One more question. Beth, okay, last question before we wrap up. Go
Are we
ahead,
sure?
Beth. I know, right? Oh, such nice comments.
Trolloc question.
Yes,
Trolloc question.
So
Oh, Fear the Spirit. Okay, yes.
Okay.
Ebony. Trollocs are hot. True or false?
Are we talking temperature-wise or appearance-wise?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Temperature-wise, I think so. Appearance-wise, to the female Trollocs, because they do breed. So, they're hot to them.
I feel like that was cop out. I don't know.
It absolutely was.
I don't know.
That's an Empress answer if I ever heard one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely was a cop out. So.
Yeah. You just haven't had as much experience with Sky Sex Trolloc as the rest of us.
It's true.
No.
Sky Sex
No,
Trolloc.
I have not.
I would
Yeah.
put him on the screen, but I can't. I don't know where. He's probably like way down at the bottom. Have to scroll.
She's
for an
just
hour.
saving him for herself.
It's fine.
I'll make sure he's there and he's at the top.
We
for next
can
time.
tag her on Twitter with
Yes.
our favorite sexy Trolloc.
Yes.
Oh yeah, let's do that. Okay,
Yeah,
we'll
we'll
do
give
that.
her a bonus.
All right, well, thank you so much for having me on, guys. This was so much fun. And
You're
it was
fantastic.
Yeah.
much
Thanks for
better
being
than
with
doing the
us.
housework I was supposed to be doing tonight. So.
Yes.
No,
Totally.
the honor is ours. Absolutely.
Absolutely. And thank you to all the foldies in chat for your amazing questions and for being here as you always
such
are.
good questions.
And thank you to my amazing co-hosts for letting me take over tonight. I hope
You did
I earned some G.
Fantastic.
And if not, I will meet
I
my
think we hit all the butt rock records, honestly. So
Yes.
Did we do more than 6? Just in case, maybe I should just do one before we go.
Yay! That's a wonderful way to end it up.
Totally.
All right.
All right.
I
Thank
will
you
see
so
you
much,
guys
Ebony.
at Jordancon.
Awesome. See you at Jordancon. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.